Do you ever have girls lose interest in you out of nowhere? Well, today, we gon' fix that. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every Friday to help you get the girls you want and the lifestyle you dream about. And let me tell you, one of the most painful parts of dating is when you meet a cool girl, you think it's going great, and then she loses interest in you. What goes from something fun with potential disappears out of thin air, and the worst part is most guys have no idea why it happens. Today, I'm gonna shed some light on this and help you understand why it is that girls lose interest and how to prevent it from happening. So, let's get into it.
So I'll give you
The average guy has no idea how to pace a relationship. He meets a cool girl, all of a sudden he's trying to hang out with her 3 to 4 times a week right from the start. Here's the problem though, when you do that, things can easily get stagnant because there's not really any room for growth. Instead of going from 1 to 2 times a week to 3 to 4 times a week and growing it from there, it stagnates because you can't really hang out more than 3 to 4 times a week unless you move in together. This can kill excitement and lead to an early breakup or just simply the girl losing interest in you. I can remember, for me, this has happened multiple times. Like, I've met a super cool girl, I hang out with her on a Monday, and at the end of that hangout, I'm like, yo, what are you doing Wednesday? And then at the end of Wednesday's hangout, I'm like, yo, what are you up to on Friday? And I just keep trying to go for it over and over again. And sure, it's cool at first, you guys are having fun, but this can get old pretty quick. Almost every single time I did this, the girl's interest faded away within like 3 to 4 weeks and the relationship ended. What's a lot better is to pace things out properly. So basically keep the hangouts to around 1 to 2 times a week for at least like the first month and a half. And over that time, you're kind of assessing, all right, is this a cool girl? Is this a girl that I want to hang out with more? Do we have values that match up? And if so, then after that time period, maybe you start increasing the hangout. Maybe that's when you go from 1 to 2 times a week to 2 to 3 times and beyond. That way things can grow, y'all can get to know each other, and you're not gonna end up doing it with the wrong girl. So yeah, try to pace things out. Remember, relationships are like a marathon, they're not a race. You don't need to try to get married within the first 3 weeks. You wanna spread it out. Pace yourself, it's gonna go a lot better.
I cannot really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you.
A lot of guys get really needy over the first month or 2 when they're seeing a girl. They'll do some over texting, so basically like trying to text her every single day, all day, and it just gets to be a little bit too much. Maybe they'll try to hang out a little bit too much, like we talked about in number 1. Maybe they'll even try to convert a girl into his girlfriend way too early on and just get more of her validation. I remember one time I did this with a girl in college, and we had a few really good dates, hadn't really hooked up yet or anything aside from kissing, and I got home from one of the dates. I was feeling good. I was like, man, I really like this girl. Maybe I should tell her. So of course, I hit my phone, texted her, hey, like, I'm really enjoying hanging out with you. I think I really like you. She said, hey, I really like you too. Let's see what happens. Within a week of those text exchanges though, she had put me in the friend zone and things were pretty much over. I acted needy and tried to get her validation. I just wanted her to say, yes, I like you too, for no real reason. Now, to understand how to stop being needy, you gotta understand where the neediness comes from. What is the root of it, right? And usually the root is one big thing: scarcity. Most people live their entire lives in a mode of scarcity, especially when it comes to women and money. This usually leaves them broke and single or settling with a girl far below their standards. Here's the thing, you need to know that you can go out and get other girls if this relationship, if this dating thing you have going on with this girl doesn't work out. If you're not fully confident in your ability to do that, then you are gonna hang on to this girl for dear life. You're gonna latch on like a leech, and it's gonna be bad. You're gonna exhibit needy behavior. That's why I always tell guys, you should really experience some abundance before entering a serious relationship. If you haven't ever been at the point where you're dating a few different girls a week, where you know you can go out, pick up girls on the street, at the nightclub, online, then you are gonna latch onto these girls and you are gonna be needy because you don't think you can go out and get another one. So you really wanna focus on improving your communication skills and not just getting okay or getting by when it comes to women, but actually having some abundance and building out your skills so you can pick up girls. When you have that choice over your dating life and you know that you're kind of the selector when it comes to the types of women that are in your life, then you're not gonna be making choices out of scarcity and fear anymore. And when you can escape that conditioning, you can live the type of life that you actually want.
Got a real good feeling, got a real good feeling, like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling.
A lot of guys don't take the time to consider if a girl is actually the right girl for them. All they do is assess the vibe early on and say, oh, we get along well, this is awesome, I'm just gonna dive in here. I talk to guys all the time who end up in bad relationships because of this very thing. They dove in with the wrong girls and things go really messy later on. They ended up screwing themselves out of a lot of money, screwing themselves into divorce, and it just wasn't beneficial for them. You want to understand your values and what's important for you to win a woman. That way, you're not gonna jump into things with the wrong girl. You see, your dating choices should come from two things: emotion and logic. Most guys only make their dating choices out of emotion, and that's what causes problems. Yes, of course you should feel good emotionally around the girl. You guys should be a good fit. You should have that type of chemistry, but you should also logically be a good fit too. For example, if you really want a girl who cooks and is in good shape and really enjoys the gym, but you end up dating a girl who doesn't cook and doesn't go to the gym at all and doesn't care about fitness, things are not gonna wind up well down the road. Most likely, she's gonna be overweight, you're gonna be ordering Uber Eats every night, and it's gonna be frustrating. Meanwhile, if you're trying to get intimate every day or every other day, and she only wants to get intimate like once a week or once every other week, again, it's not gonna be a good fit. So yeah, you should really take time to assess what you want in a girl, and no matter how good things feel, if it doesn't match up logically, then it's probably not gonna be a good fit for the long term. And sure, you can have some fun in a short-term fling, but you probably shouldn't be taking more and more steps with this girl. You probably shouldn't get into a long-term relationship, and definitely not a marriage. Be smart and intentional about your relationships, because most guys are the opposite.
I'm tripping on your love. Got me so fucked up coming down.
You always need to be leveling up and avoiding complacency, whether you're single or not, but this is especially true if you're dating a high quality girl. Women can sense when you're slipping, and it's gonna cause them to lose interest. If she's coming home and all you're doing is playing hours of video games, if that six-pack you had is turning into a bit of a gut, she's gonna be like, man, what's going on? This isn't the same guy I started dating. High quality girls aren't gonna stick around if you get complacent in your life, because they can just go talk to another guy who is leveling up, who is getting his shit done. So yeah, in terms of your career, your fitness, your finances, you should always be trying to level up. Because once you stop, not only is your life gonna grow stagnant and you're gonna feel shittier and shittier because you're gonna have no motion forward, but your relationship is gonna grow stagnant too. The girl is not gonna be excited to be around you anymore. But yeah, if you wanna keep leveling up, a good way to start is to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, because you know I'm posting new videos every week to help you get to that next level and become the man you're meant to be.
Then she walked away. She's the one who got away. Tried to make her stay. She's the one who got away.
You should be the one directing things forward and taking the lead when you're hanging out with a girl. It could be something as simple as watching Netflix or figuring out what would be a good place to go to eat, or even deciding something bigger like where to move to or what type of lifestyle you guys should be living. It's great to get her feedback, but you should be the one taking charge and moving things forward, and you can always reassess based on her input. This isn't just important in relationships, but in life overall too. A girl wants to be with a guy who she knows where he's going and is confident in his ability to get there. If you're just wading through life like a simp, she's not gonna wanna be with you. You're always gonna be moving things forward. Like I said, leveling up, and that is what's gonna excite her. And it's what's gonna excite you. It's what makes life fun. Take charge, bro. Now, if you can avoid these 5 things, girls are not gonna lose interest in you, and you're gonna be able to get into some really cool relationships. That being said, you might not wanna get a girlfriend just yet, and to find out why that is, you should check out this video right here. Let's keep it going. I'll see you right there, homie.